بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن أم هاني قالت قدم رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم علينا بمكة قزمة وله أربع خدائر. رواه أحمد وأبو داود والترمذي وابن Majah. That Hani radiallahu anha said that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam came to us in Mecca on the day of Fatih Makkah. He had 4 plates of hay meted on the right side and left 2 each. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam had divided his hay on his head in 4 parts. No? Yeah, the plates of hay do not mean that there were locks, like locks of hay. It was like plates. Huh? قدومة. قدومة. Yeah, that's actually very well.
قال إذا فرغت لرسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم رأسه وضعت خلفه عن خلف يعقوب أرسلت ناسية أن من
وعن عائشة قالت إذا فرقت لرسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم رأسه صدعت فرقه عن يافوخه وأرسلت ناصيته بين عينيه. رواه أبو داود. That Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha said that when I parted the hair of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, I made a parting from the crown of his head, dividing the hair into 2 parts, right through, and left the forelock to hang between his eyes. So yeah, the Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, she explains how she parted the hair of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam from the crown or the middle of the head, coming down to the forelocks between his eyes. So the hair were divided on both sides, right, of the parting at the forehead. And Tirmidhi also has given the meaning in this, the hadith in this meaning. Yeah. sallallahu alaihi wasallam. نعم. وعن عبد الله بن مغفل قال نهى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن الترجل إلا غبا. رواه الترمذي أبو Dawud. That Abdullah ibn Mughaffal radiallahu ta'ala who said that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam forbade that anyone should comb his hair except on alternate days, right? So yeah, Qadi mentioned that this also would be like nahi tanzihi, right? However, it does not disallow combing when necessary. So especially, like we said, for women, right, they are allowed to comb hair every day and to look after the hair. Right, as for men, like we said, they should not overindulge in combing all the time, right?
عن عبد الله بن بريدة رضي الله عنه قال رجل طوالة بن أبي ما لي أراك شاهدا قال إن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كان ينهانا الكثير من الإرفاد قال ما لي لا أرى عليك إذا قال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يأمرنا أن نستقي أحيانا.
وعن عبد الله بن بريدة قال رجل لفضالة بن عبيد ما لي أراك شعيثا قال إن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كان ينهانا عن كثير من الإرفاه قال ما لي لا أرى عليك حذاء قال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يأمرنا أن نحتفي أحيانا. رواه أبو داود. This Abdullah ibn Buraidah radiallahu anhu narrated that a man asked Fudal ibn Ubaidah radiallahu anhu that why is it that I see you disheveled, in other words, meaning your hair unkempt and untidy. He said that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam, used to forbid us from, submitting ourselves to every luxurious life. And combing is a part of it also all the time. So the man then asked that, why is it that I see you, bare feet without shoes? He said that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam, used to command us to go barefooted sometimes. So also giving up luxury and also going barefoot. That's also to develop humility, right, in a person, and also able to himself to check himself all the time. Isn't and also exercise also prepares him for sometimes unforeseen circumstances or hard times happen, and then he's ready for it. Right? So all this living, the actual dislike is luxurious living and going beyond the limits and seeking abundance. So whenever a command is given to adopt simplicity, it doesn't mean that obviously one should overdo in terms of that. And give up cleanliness and purity because that's part of it. Then you have to be clean, pure, look, be neat, and there are hadith that speaks about also, to keep the hair tidy and neat, and also, so it means to be simple, but still, take care of one's cleanliness and purity. And
قول قول من كان له شعب فليكرم
نعم.
فله.
وعن ابي هريره رضي الله تعالى عنه ان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال من كان له شعر فليكرمه رواه ابو داود. Right, so Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrated that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that he who has hair on his head, then he must keep them neat and tidy. Washing them, applying oil and combing them, like we mentioned now, isn't? So it means that to be in moderation. Isn't not to over exaggerate in that, but to be in moderation, but still to take care of it, right?
وعن ابي ذر رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ان احسن ما غير به
نعم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن أبي ذر قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن أحسن ما غير به الشيب الحناء والكتم رواه الترمذي وأبو داود والنسائي. That Sayyidina Abu Dharr radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrated that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that the best things which gray hair may be changed with is hinna and katam. So we say that katam is like a grass, like a Yemeni grass. It is used like as a dye, with wasama. So some, according to some, it is wasama itself. So even there's katam, like we said, like a dye, right? So henna and katam, yeah, like we said, according to some, so there's two different opinions there what it does, right? So according to some, that henna and katam, you can't combine the two because once you combine the two, they cause a black color, right? And obviously, when it's a black color, then it will be disallowed, right? So either you can use one of the two, the henna, or you can use the katam. And according to some people, if you that the katam gives out a black color, right? But the henna will give a reddish color, which means now you have to combine the two. In other words, create the difference in color, right? So you're going to use them by mixing them together, right? And according to Mullah Al-Qari, he explains it. He mentions that the ratio is according to the ratio of katam, and so if the ratio of katam exceeds or is more than that of the henna, or if they equal in proportion, then the color will be black. But if the henna is more than the katam, then the color will be like a reddish color, right? So then it will be allowed to use in that way.
وعن ابن عباس رضي الله عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول
نعم. وعن ابن عباس عن النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم قال يكون قوم في آخر الزمان يغضبون بهذا السواد كحوامل الحمام لا يجدون رائحة الجنة رواه أبو داود والنسائي. That Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrated that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "Yet toward the last days there will be people who will apply the black dye, like the crops of dove, so they will not perceive the fragrance of Jannah." So the black dye is unmixed here, right? We speak about pure black dye, so therefore the black with the reddish tinge, like we said, that's permissible. But that pure black dye, right, will not be permissible. So in other words, they will not smell the fragrance of Jannah, right? According to some, they say that they will not sense the fragrance of, standing in a place before entering Jannah. Not get the fragrance.
وعن ابن عمر
Mm.
رضي الله تعالى عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم
صلى الله عليه وسلم.
على سيبيا
جبتيها.
يصفر لحيته كان عمر يفعل ذلك.
نعم. وعن ابن عمر أن النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يلبس النعال السبتية ويصفر لحيته بالورس والزعفران، وكان ابن عمر يفعل ذلك. رواه النسائي. And Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrated that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam used to wear leather hairless sandals. So he used to dye his beard yellow with wars and saffron. Wars, like we said, a grass mentioned down found in Yemen. Ibn Umar used to do that also, following Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam in a particular way. وعن ابن عباس قال مر على النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم رجل قد خضب بالحنة فقال ما أحسن هذا؟ قال فمر آخر وقد خضب بالحنة والكتم فقال هذا أحسن من هذا. ثم مر آخر قد خضب بالصفرة فقال هذا أحسن من هذا كله. رواه أبو داود. Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala who narrated that a man who had dyed his hair with henna passed Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he said that how good a dye it is. Then another man passed him and dyed his hair with the henna and the katam together mixed. He said that this is better than that. Then another man passed him having dyed his hair with a yellow dye. So he said this is the best of all of them.
وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أنزل السيد
وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم غيروا الشيب ولا تشبهوا باليهود. رواه الترمذي ورواه النسائي عن ابن عمر والزبير. Hadrat Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrated that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that change the look of old age with a dye and do not imitate the Jews, right, who do not apply dye. So, like we said, it's possible that this command here may have been given to, to warriors to stir or in the hearts of the enemy, right? Therefore, dying the hair. End of this hadith, inshallah. Subhanallah, alhamdulillah, la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu